I'm Holly from hollygrace.ca and you're watching Hometalk.
I found this old stool by the side of the road. It was out in someone's trash, and once I saw the legs, I knew that this could be made over to be something new and stunning again. So actually the top of the stool wasn't even attached, so it was very easy to take apart. And then once I had that off, I came in with my sander and some 80 grit sandpaper and sanded the stool down to the bare wood. I did leave a little bit of the finish behind in certain spots just to give it that rustic French country vibe, but I am not going to be refinishing the stool with any stain or paint. I'm going to be leaving the natural bare wood exposed. I've been seeing this trend in a lot of places and I actually really like it. So once it was done being sanded, I just took a clean cloth and wiped away all the dust and the debris from the sanding. So for the top of this stool, I'm actually going to be taking the base part here and I'm going to be tracing it onto some thick 3-inch foam. So I'm just going to place it here, and with a permanent marker, I'm just going to trace around the stool top. With that done, I'm going to come in with an X-Acto knife and I'm going to cut my foam. So to cut foam this thick, what you do is you have to cut it into layers. So I'm going to go through with one layer of my X-Acto knife, and then once that's done, I peel open the foam a little bit to reveal the next layer, and then I just keep doing this, cutting down and down until I've cut through the entire piece of foam, and then I can gently rip it apart here. With my foam cut, I am then going to go in with some cotton batting. This is just 1/4 inch thick cotton batting, and I'm going to lay it over top. This is going to give our stool a nice plush feel when we put our feet on it. I want to cut my cotton batting so that it is 3 inches wider on each side of my foam. Then I'm going to take the base of the stool and I'm going to staple the batting and the foam to it. You can go ahead and do this all in one step with the fabric that you use, but I like to staple my cotton batting down first just so I know it stays in place exactly where I want it. And we just do a rough staple there. I am then going to use this waffle weave tea towel for the top of my stool. I love these waffle weave tea towels. They're actually really trendy right now, and it's a lot cheaper than going out and buying fabric. So I'm going to take my tea towel here and I'm just going to lay it over top, nice and even on top of my stool base. And then I'm going to flip it over. To attach my tea towel, I'm going to start in all the corners. So I'm going to lift the corner up and staple it, making sure that I pull the tea towel really tight so that it's nice and tight and there are no gaps or spaces in the fabric. So I'm going to staple all the corners here first. And then once I have all the corners done, I am going to go back to my first original corner and I'm going to lift the tea towel up and pull it really tight over top of the first original corner that I made. Then I'm going to go around and do this on all the other corners, pulling it nice and tight back over my first fold and stapling into place. Once I've done all the corners, I can then go around and do the sides of the tea towel, pulling it up nice and tight, making sure that the fabric is pulled really tight over my stool. Once this is done here, I can take the stool top and place it back on the stool. Now to attach it to the base of my stool, there wasn't really any pre-drilled holes or anything like that. So I just went around with my crown stapler and I just stapled the tea towel to the underneath side of the stool. This isn't the most secure method, but I didn't really want to drill holes into my stool. I am so happy with how this stool turned out. I couldn't ask for a better turnout from something that I just found at the side of the road in the trash. You would never know that this was somebody's garbage. I really hope that you enjoyed this project, and I hope it inspires you to get creative with trash that you find. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you on another video.